He says there's an issue arising where a group of, between parentheses, super Salafis are claiming that 1. Women are prohibited from visiting the graves. 2. It is permissible to gather and travel as a group. It is impermissible to gather and travel as a group and to go to visit the graves of the Muslims. Between 2 brackets, whether they are considering or not considering that we don't have any local Muslim cemeteries in New York or New York City. 3. A female cannot travel without a mahram, even in the case where she is safe and divided. Can you please address this, because the next grave site? Nah, I'm to the end of the question. As we started answering this question before, speaking about the difference of opinion of the ulama of the past with regards to women visiting the graves. We don't want to spend too much time on this, but we said that there are 2 main opinions of the people of knowledge. Some say that a woman is just like a man. She can go to the graveyards with the purpose of receiving admonition, as long as she doesn't free mix, as long as she doesn't say something which is foul or lewd, curse the qadr, so on and so forth. They're just like men. Another ulama say no, she must avoid this. Rather, it could be a major sin. And a woman's nature is emotional. A woman's nature is weak in a time of an affliction like this, a tragedy. She may say something, she may do something. It may lead to some evil taking place, whatever the case may be. Both sides of the ulama have their proof and their adillah, both sides. So that's with regards to that, okay? What's best, what's safe is a different issue, but no one can criticize or repudiate with regards to this issue where there's valid khilaf among the ulama of the past and the ulama of the present. Clear? As for, it says here, women traveling without a mahram, then the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, the authentic sunnah, is that a woman should not travel unless she has a mahram with her. As the Messenger of Allah ﷺ has stated in the authentic hadith, a woman who believes in Allah on the last day should not travel unless there is a mahram with her. Some of these narrations say a day and a night. Some say 3. Some are unrestricted and they say safar, traveling. And the hadith is collected in the Sahih. So therefore, a woman should not travel without a mahram. As far as what the people of knowledge say, then that's different. The majority of the ulama say it's impermissible. And there are some of the ulama, such as Imam Malik bin Anas rahimahullah and others, who said that a woman can travel without a mahram if she's with a group of trustworthy women. If she's with a group of trustworthy women. That was the opinion of Imam Malik. The sunnah says not to travel. Okay, that's another issue of clear khilaf among the ulama. If she's safe, so on and so forth. Now, it says here, with regards to not having any grave sites in New York City, I'm sure the high cost of living in New York City, the confined space, so on and so forth, these are problems that need to be addressed, yes. And when there's difficulty, is a major principle of fiqh called inna al-mashaqqata tajlibu at-taysir. Hardship brings about ease and facilitation. So there is a hardship in New York City. There's not a lot of space. The prices are super duper high, whatever the case may be. Perhaps those who take the opinion that a woman can travel without a mahram, or if a woman can visit the graves for the purpose of admonition and learning, they would say that it's outside of the city. It's nothing we can do. We don't have any grave sites here. Because we have another issue, and that is the issue of traveling for the purpose of worship. Traveling for the purpose of ibadah. The authentic hadith of the Messenger of Allah ﷺ is collected in the Sahih, Hadith Abi Hurairah, Hadith Abi Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu anhuma, that says, لا تعمل أعناق المطيء إلا إلى 3 مساجد أو لا تشد الرحال إلا إلى 3 مساجد. One should not travel unless he's going to one of 3 masjids: the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Masjid al-Medina, and the Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine. So therefore it is impermissible for a person to travel and leave his home with the intention of ibadah for other than those 3 masjids. As for going for seeking knowledge, for marriage, for buying and selling, that's one thing. But with the intention of ibadah, it shouldn't be done when a person is traveling. So that's another issue that further complicates this situation. Now, I would advise the brothers in New York City to come together, to get together, and to make the necessary sacrifices, financial, physical, political, whatever the case may be, to get a grave site for the Muslims. The necessary sacrifices, or at least a piece and a section of a grave site that is not a Muslim grave site. That's my personal advice. Now, this instance here of going to the graves on a consistent basis with a scheduled time and place and putting together lectures and so on and so forth, men and women, for the purpose of knowledge and admonition, it needs further meditation. It needs to be pondered on deeply, because it's not that simple of an answer. It's not a black and white answer. Is this permissible? Is this from the Sunnah? We have general points. But did the pious predecessors, did the companions go out consistently and make a specific set way of going to visit the graves? This needs further contemplation. That's all I'll say about that right now. I have my own personal reservations and my own personal opinions on the issue. That's all I'll say right now.